pick, and this is truly a transmission from hell. Oh
my God.
I found this about a year ago. Somebody posted it online, and I just couldn't believe what I was watching. It's Elliot Smith performing Clementine off his first album on a show called Breakfast Time.
Breakfast Time, yeah.
And it's like this.
Oh my God.
It's this early 90s
Muppets thing.
It's like this giant, like, I don't even know how to describe it. They're in a living room. There's like 35 people in this living room.
Yeah.
And it's like a TV magazine type show,
Okay.
hosted by Tom Bergeron. And
my God.
Tom Bergeron is sitting so close to Elliot Smith. Like,
Look how much he's focusing on what he's
focusing
playing,
on. He's thinking about his next AFB episode.
Yeah.
that he
I
has
mean,
to
this
go
whole
on.
video is worth watching because Tom Bergeron tries to do a interview with Elliot Smith, and it's like so 90s cheeseball.
Yeah.
Like, so what are you, like a dark, angry guy? And Elliot Smith is giving him nothing.
That's
absolute zero. I mean, look at these people. They have no idea what they've walked into. Like, they thought he was going to be like this punk rocker screaming, and then he's playing the most like delicate song you've ever heard.
Fragile, sad song.
And then, I mean, not for nothing, there's a fucking Muppet that looks like a wart with hair, like peering menacingly over his shoulder
what
the
the
entire time.
He looks like the Mucinex mucus little guy.
He does look like
just
the Mucinex
behind
guy.
him, like dancing.
Yeah.
And it's like, how did this get set up, and why did they want Elliot Smith on the show?
I think it was just like one of those things. Like, Elliot Smith probably got a new PR guy. Like,
Yeah.
we're gonna get you on national
On
television.
television.
It's on the worst television show ever. Yeah, this is great.
That
They're like,
woman.
That lady's not having any of it.
look at that lady's like 85 years
Yeah.
old, just staring at a purple-haired Elliot Smith.
And the woman that just like moved her chair, she was like, ugh, she got like noticeably uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's so wild.
The whole video is worth watching because like you get a little glimpse of the show, and it's just total bullshit made for morons.
Yeah.
And then like this like true honest thing happens in the
Yeah.
middle of this room, and
they're
none
like-
of them know.
It's one of those things in like a movie where it's like, what just happened? What do we do?
And the applause comes so fast after the performance
Yeah.
because it
Like,
just
oh,
feels
thank
like
God.
a break of the tension. Like, Jesus Christ. I was thinking about how much I've wasted my life to be playing second fiddle to the Mucinex.
All those people just probably were like, they've never felt a real thing in their life.
No.
And then they just have Elliot Smith on the show, and they're just like, they just start thinking about like their family.
Yeah.
And they're just like, oh, I don't know what that was about. But
All the people that they've
Back-
abandoned their life to make it in LA, and they're next to a puppet on a couch at 6 a.m. in the
like,
morning.
it just ends, and they're like, oh, well, thank God. Back to all the bullshit. Let's go right to that McDonald's ad, please.
It's gonna let McDonald's, and I think that puppet's gonna make fun of somebody on the street.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not laughing at what I'm about to say, but I think there is, like you kind of touched on it. Elliot Smith is a very tragic figure in music, one might say. He
100%.
was like viciously depressed like all the time, and like it like reflected in all of his music almost. He did do that band that you put a song
Heat
on.
Miser, yeah.
That's less sad,
Yeah.
and more just rocking, right? But like, anyways, I didn't know anything about this, and there is just some inherent comedy and maybe one of the saddest artists ever
Yeah.
doing what looks like a children's show for adults.
Yeah, I mean, I remember seeing the video, and it's like the Coen brothers couldn't have written
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
so ironic.
It's so
It
bizarre.
had to have just been a talk show where they were like, at the time,
Hey, we're gonna do the music segment. Bring in the musician.
yeah, or at the time, just the big thing that was going on at the time was like having a puppet. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
It was
so
just like-
90s. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's a real talk show, but it's like, we need to get fucking,
Kids.
some mascot in here to like be the co-host. or
Yeah, it was
something.
like, we need to make a 4-quadrant show. We're
Yeah.
going to have the old people sitting over
Yeah.
here for the old people, the
Yeah.
young hip people, and then for their kids, we're going to have Bobby,
We
the
have
fucking
Bobby, the
Mucinex
fucking-
glob.
the fucking booger that
Bobby the
lives in
Booger.
the studio. Yeah, that's wild.
That's
dude.
crazy,
Yeah.
dude. I mean, maybe we need a puppet. You think we
We
need
should
one?
have a puppet. That'd
Yeah,
be
dude.
awesome. Just
What would
our little guy.
Yeah, and then like you can see our friend who's operating it like sitting underneath with his like legs hanging off. Because that's the other great thing about that video is just thinking of the guy laying on his back, having no idea how that song's playing, and he's still doing the like. It's one of the best videos there is.
The guy just with his just like holding up his arm 'cause it's tight.
Adjusting his nicotine patch just to get through the fucking day.
You see just like smoke coming up behind the couch.
Yeah. He done yet?
The fuck's going on up there? Are we done?
That's the funniest thing I've ever heard in my life. R.I.P. Elliot Smith.
R.I.P.
Gone too soon.
dude.
R.I.P. breakfast time.
Yeah, also gone too soon.